This video is going to look at how you can use the Keynote app on the iPad to do some animations, including the magic move. Here's an example of how the magic move can actually work. This presentation on asteroids has an asteroid appear, and then it moves across the screen. Actually, what's happening is this is called the magic move, and it's actually going to go off the screen in this case, and then reappear on the next slide. Let's talk about how you can make that happen. First of all, if you're doing a presentation like this and you can go out and save your images, first of all, I recommend that when you're looking for images, for example, this is my image of an asteroid here, that you search for a PNG image. That means that it has a transparent background, so it doesn't have the white around it or a different color, but a transparent background. So that's my first tip for doing this. As far as the backgrounds are concerned, all I did was go out and search for an image, a little larger image, and put that in as the background, and then inserted my asteroid on top of that. Now, you can animate by just clicking on an image, then this list of choices comes up, and you can choose Animate from there, and then you can choose how it comes in and how it goes out. So in this particular case, I have this fading in, so I'm going to touch that so you can see what that looks like. And here are all the choices that I have for having this asteroid come in. I'm going to look down here at the options on the bottom so that you can know that if you wanted to go a little slower, like drop in slower in this particular case, you can change this duration. In addition, you can tell when do you want this to happen. You want to have to tap on it? I wanted mine to go automatically, so I had it go after the previous build. And then I also took off, it usually has a short delay here, I took that off so it would be more continuous, right? So that's how you can do animations, and you're going to repeat that as you go along. Now the second part of this is the transition from the slide. So in that case, I'm going to be over here on the slide, and when I tap the slide itself, right now it says magic move, but in some cases it may actually have a list of choices, and it may say, I'll pop up here to this first one here, it says none, and then I can go up and do transitions, but it may say transitions and choose from there. But when you do magic move, so I'll pretend with this one here as an example, if I say that I want to do magic move, it automatically comes up and it says, do you want to duplicate your slide so that if you're moving something around on the slide, everything else is the same? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to say yes. So now I will have 2 copies of this slide, and I'm on the second slide right now. So I can change where something is on the second slide. So I could move this, and then from the first slide it's up here at the right across the title, and on the second slide it's going to be a little bit lower. And then I could go back up again to that first slide where it says, I'll tap on it where it says magic move, and I'm going to go to the options, and I can choose again the duration. How long do I want it to take to drop down that far? And so I could slow that down if I wanted to. And do I want that to happen on a tap, or do I want that to happen automatically after I kind of get things going? I'm going to say automatically, and then I don't want it to delay at all either. So I'm going to use that in this particular case. Now if I play this, there's an example of it moving down on this particular slide. So when someone is watching this, they don't actually realize that there are 2 slides that are causing that to move. They just think that this one object is moving. So you can notice if I go across here, here's my asteroid in slide 3, and then when I go to slide 4, it's over here because I've used the magic move and I've duplicated the slide and moved it over to here, and then I've duplicated again, and this time it disappeared because I actually had it move all the way off the slide, so it's hanging out over here off the slide that you can't even see it. So that's how you can do that. And I want to remind you again that when I click on a slide and I go to the magic move, after I choose the magic move and duplicate, I'll change where I want the new location to be, but I also want to go to options and change the duration. So see how this one I have 7.75 seconds. Do I want it to go automatically? If I do, I need to do after previous transition. And if I don't want a delay, I want to slide that back to 0. So those are the 3 things to check on part of that. If you look at slide 5, you notice that my transition isn't magic move, it's sparkle. And that's because I'm switching to a new background, so I didn't want to duplicate it. And then I'm having this asteroid appear on this screen, which it's now a meteoroid on here. And then I'm having it move around the screen. Again, that's all through magic move. Every one of these is a magic move. And I've changed the duration and I've set it so there's no delay, and I've set it to go automatically. And then when I got to slide 11, I added the Earth up here spinning. I'm just going to touch this one because this one's actually a GIF, which means that it has animation to it, so it spins on here. And when it comes in, when I insert it just like a regular picture, but I need to tell it to start spinning. So I need to go to animate my picture that I have, and start movie comes up here, and I'm going to go to options, and then I want it to say after transition. I don't want to tap it to start it, I want it to start automatically, and then I don't want to delay it at all either. So that's how I got that GIF to get started in there. And then just to kind of finish things up there, I didn't really show this part of it initially. What I had happen was I had this asteroid actually go into the Earth. So I used the move so it would go into the Earth, and then I had it disappear with a flame out kind of situation there. So if I go to that and I play that part for you, so the asteroid disappears in flames. So again, that's another animation. So I tapped it and I added an animation to that particular picture. Now, if I want to keep this as a movie, what I'm going to do in my whole Keynote, so I'm going to say upper right-hand corner, I'm done with my animations now. I'm going to go in the right-hand side up here in the corner with the 3 dots. I'm going to touch those 3 dots and I'm going to choose export. And what I want to do is make this into a movie. So I'm going to tap where it says movie here, and then I'm going to choose export. Right there, I'm going to choose export. And it's actually creating a movie now. So that this will, when I tap on it, it'll run it as a movie, and I don't actually have to even open Keynote to run this at all. Once I have it exported, then I'm going to do save video, so it saves in my camera roll, and then I have it for using in other things. I open my camera roll, and down here you can actually see this movie that's 1 minute and 10 seconds, and it would go through the whole movie once I pressed play on that particular part of it. Now what's cool is I can go and do a little app smashing by going into iMovie, and I'm going to create a new project in iMovie, and I am going to add my movie that I just created. So it's right on top here. I'm going to add that into iMovie, and I'm going to click Create Movie down here on the bottom. And here is my movie. Well, why would I bring this into iMovie if I already have a movie? Well, maybe I need to do some talking in here and I need to explain this a little bit better. So what I can do is bring it into iMovie and then use my microphone to record. So I'm going to tap my microphone here, and this is showing up. It's telling me that it's ready to record, and when I'm ready, I'm going to hit record. So this is where I would speak my introduction. You can tell by looking at the screen that it's showing me where it's recording. I'm going to push stop when I'm done. So here's my sound. I can listen to it back. If I'm happy with it, I can push accept, and it will accept that for me. And then if I need to record more, now I could certainly keep going by all means, but if I need to kind of stop and rethink, or maybe I don't need to talk yet, maybe I need to talk a little bit further here after this gets into this asteroid belt, then I could start giving more directions here so I could record again. In this particular part, again, you're just pushing the microphone, then you're pushing record. When I'm done. And then once it's recording, you just start talking. You push stop when you're done. Listen to it with a review, but once you're happy with it, you can do accept. And then what's really nice about this is if you need to, you can tap on this recording, and let's say you didn't get it in quite the right spot, you can actually move this around on your recording to get it to where you want it to be. So pretty easy to add recording on here. And then when you're done, upper left-hand corner, you're going to push the done up here. And then at the very bottom, the little share button is going to allow you to save this video. Here I can save the video. And I'm going to do the HD one. I like to be a little higher quality. Now what I probably should have done before this, my example, is I probably should have clicked on this and given this iMovie 2 a better name. If I'm turning this into my teacher, maybe I would give it the subject and actually put my name after it. So that would have been a little smarter. But this again is going to save in my camera roll and I can turn it into my teacher. Have fun.